in the shadow of the oak where our initials carved to stay. The wind still whispers softly through the leaves about that day. An old porch creaks, a screen door slams under skies forever gray. My love for you was written, but life had other tales to say. Oh, this letter lingers in my coat, the ink's begun to fade, like the echo of hoofbeats down old forgotten trails we made. Every word a scar upon my heart, every memory a blade. In the silence neath the stars I find the bed where I've been laid. The cabin's empty on the hill, your scarf tied on the frame. Dust dances with the shadows, recalls the whisper of your name. The rain that once we danced beneath now falls just like a claim on a heart that wanders lost through quiet towns that look the same. Oh, this letter lingers in my coat, the ink's begun to fade, like the echo of hoofbeats down old forgotten trails we made. Every word a scar upon my heart, every memory a blade. In the silence neath the stars I find the bed where I've been laid. With every sunset bleeding red, I feel you close again. I ride the line of light and dark where love and lost content. An old saddle's my companion, where my dreams and demons blend. On gravel roads that lead me to beginnings without end. So this letter lingers in my coat, near a heart that won't persuade. The fading lines of love lost like tracks too shallow in the glade. Though I'm bound to roam forever in your memory, I'll wait till the dust and wind claim me too in the lands where we once lay. In the lands where we once lay, where the letter lingers still.
Down by the river, under the whispering oak, you wore a silk scarf the day the old words were spoke. Your laughter mingled with the rustling leaves. We carved our names, a promise 'neath the eaves. But the river, it rambles much like my heart. From that hallowed ground, we drifted apart. Oh, the river waits for no man's sorrow, rolls on like there's no tomorrow. Yet in its song I find my regrets, a love lost in its currents I can't forget. Now the porch swings empty, the dust settles slow, where once the sunset painted your glow. The cabin stands quiet on a road seldom crossed, the trail to your heart now overgrown, lost. Left my saddle by the door, worn and spare, like the soul within me, weathered and bare. Yes, the river waits for no man's sorrow, rolls on like there's no tomorrow. Yet in its song currents I can't forget. I see you in the whisper winds and the eagle's flight on gravel roads at the fall of night. Is this the place where old ghosts dance, where I turn my back on one last chance? For the river waits, and I must too. In its lonely hymn, I'm still with you. Where waters flow, my heart remains bound forever in its refrain. The river waits and it knows my fate, and every sunset you whisper wait. This cowboy sings into the wind, love's echo lost where the river bends. In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once carved, a whisper in the leaves, memory starved. Under boot heels, the gravel roads where we used to tread, each stone a silent witness to the words we never said. Oh, the dust stood still on that lonely cattle trail as the sun bled red over hills my heart frail. A scarf you left behind on the old porch swings low. Ghosts in the wind, where do lost loves go? Now the cabin's empty, the door squeaks no more. Your laughter's just an echo from a time before. Rain falls on the saddle, left out in the gray, riding through the thunder, trying to wash my pain away. Yes, the dust stood still while my heart learned to roam. Sunsets on the prairie, but never found a home. That scarf still swinging, weathered and worn, tied to what's gone. In the silence I mourn. And I've heard the howling coyotes calling out just like my soul, searching for something lost, a story left untold by the fading trails where the wildflowers dare. I find a bit of you on the wind, in the air. So the dust stood still, and it holds me like a spell in the quiet towns where our shadows fell. I'm held by the land and a love that time can't kill, with a heart full of dreams where the dust stood still. There's a whisper in the wind by the old ridge line,
where the oak tree stands, guarding the divide. Beneath its boughs, you and I would lie, watching clouds sail through a cobalt sky. Scarves you left, they're still hanging there, on crooked nails, frayed edges torn by air. Each threadbare stripe, a memory fades like campfire drifts at the close of day. Oh, how the firelight danced in your eyes, in the quiet hush of a starlit night. Now it's just the cold wind's embrace and the echo of you that I can't replace. Town's half empty, like the glass beside my bed. The barkeep knows the whiskey won't clear silhouette. Dusty roads stretch out like the years, paved in sorrows and dry like my tears. The saddle's worn where you used to ride alongside me through the changing tides. Now it's just me and these old porch swings, whispering songs of what used to be. Oh, how the firelight danced in your eyes, in the quiet hush of starlit night. Now it's just the embers glow that fades, and the shadow of you that never strays. In the silence neath the vast endless dawn, I reckon my heart found a place to call home. But homes ain't homes with empty chairs, and fires don't warm the solitary air. So I'll chase the sun as it kisses the dawn, where memories of us are etched in the morn. And though this heart might roam wild and free, your ghost in the campfire drifts with me. Yes, your ghost in the campfire drifts with me.
Out where the oak tree shadows lay, long and quiet, I found her scarf blue like the prairie sky at dusk. We carved our names on the old cabin's wooden heart, where the porch creak stories and the wind-spoken hushed tones, and the rain washed away the trails we once rode side by side. Dust settles where our laughter lived in the silence my old heart's denied. Every drop a memory, a day I try to hide. The rain washed away, but not the tears I've cried. Those gravel roads, now overtaken by the wild, lead to the ghost of a garden where laughter bloomed. An empty saddle beneath the weeping willow waits for the fading echo of hooves, like whispers in empty rooms. The rain washed away the past we once claimed as our own. Dust covers the doorstep of dreams we built to stay under stars now seen alone. Every storm a chapter of love lost and dismay. The rain washed away, but her scent remains. In the quiet town, the old pub still knows my name. Barkeep nods in the glass, a man framed in flame. Did she ever look back, or did the rain cleanse her too? Am I the only keeper of the flame that we once knew? Yes, the rain washed away, softened the edges of my old cowboy ways, but in the folds of my heart, tightly bound she stays. The rain washed away, oh, but not her face. As the sun dips low in the dusk, I pray. The rain washed away, but love, that love never fades.
On the edge of the mesa, under the old oak shade, where we carved our names in the bark, a lifetime ago it seems. Those summers rolled like thunder beneath skies white and gray, and your laughter mingled with the wind across the wild sage dreams. Now the wind left behind, it whispers through the grass, singing tales of what we lost, the shadows in the dust, each gust a gentle reminder of a love that couldn't last. On this lonesome trail where the sunset bleeds and hearts turn to rust, years drifted by like leaves down a slow winding stream. Your scarf still hangs on the porch swing, faded and worn. The cabin stands empty, a relic of our vanished dream, where silence speaks in volumes, and I'm left here forlorn. Yes, the wind left behind, whispers through the grass, singing tales of what we lost, the shadows in the dust, each gust a gentle reminder of a scarf you once cast on this lonesome trail where the sunset bleeds and memories just rust. In the quiet of the twilight, where the gravel roads, I found solace in the sorrow, in the pain of learning to let go. But these lands hold your echo in the whispering ferns, and I wander
under fading stars aloft. Maybe love's just a shadow in the dust meant not to last, but I'll carry you forever in the quiet winds I've crossed. As the last light fades and the trail grows cold and undefined, I'll keep listening for you in the wind left behind.
There's a cabin down by Clearwater Creek where the oak trees whisper and the floorboards creak. Speckled sunsets paint the porch in shades of gold, and your scarf still holds the cold. Oh, rye lingers in the bottles and in the breeze, in the hollow rustle of the autumn leaves. Your laughter's a ghost in the winds that weave through the silence of my ceaseless reprieve. Gravel roads where we once rode side by side, now just dusty trails where my regrets reside. The town's aged, the faces there don't recall the way your shadow danced on the old dance hall. Oh, rye lingers in the bottles and in the breeze, in the hollow rustle of the autumn leaves. Your laughter's a ghost in the winds that weave through the silence of my ceaseless reprieve. Under the weeping willow I let your memory in, fading like the leather on the saddle where you'd been. Raindrops trace the trails where our tears once fell, in the echoes of the old church bell. So rye lingers in the bottles and storms that sway, in every whispered prayer I cast away. Your spirit stitched in the horizon's endless blue, and every dawn my heart breaks anew.
In the shade of an old oak tree, I carved our names so wild and free, under skies too vast to claim, by the porch where the lilies came. Your scarf danced with a prairie wind in that dusty town where my dreams thinned, and the cabin stood on the weeping bend where our summer love was supposed to mend. Hollow heart, listen to the crackle of leaves, saddles and memories bound by silent thieves. Every sunset bleeds a little of your light as the shadows steal the edges of the night.
Now the oak tree's grown, the name's barely seen. The porch gave way like those visions in between. Gravel roads lead to towns with no cheer, and the cabin's empty, echoing what's no longer here. Rain taps on the window like your fingers drumming soft, each droplet a reminder of what we've lost. Hollow heart, listen to the crackle of leaves, saddles and memories swept away in silent grief. Every sunset bleeds a little of your light, and I'm just a shadow lost to the night. Was it the wanderer, or the stain that tore us apart, or the quiet of a promise breaking slowly in the dark? Echoes of your laughter, they haunt the dusty trails where my hollow heart will listen as all else failed. Hollow heart, listen. Oh, how it hurt, the unspoken goodbyes in the absence of words. Every sunset steals a piece of my mind as I let go your hand into the fading light.
In the shadow of the willow where the creek used to sing stood an old wooden house neath the oak tree's wing. We carved our names in its ancient bark, promises whispered soft in the dark. The porch still groans under weight of the past, where I'd wait for a smile as long as it lasts. But the old house walked away, just like my love did too. Left behind the dust, the memories, and the morning dew. The sun dips low, painting skies a heartbreak hue. Every creaking step, another echo of you. The room's now hollow, the fireplace cold, where laughter once bubbled and stories were told. The scarf she wove, now threads of gray, lay forgotten like the words we didn't say. Gravel road stretch, reaching for the mournful moon. My boots tread lightly, avoiding our old tune. The old house walked away, just like my love did too. Left behind the dust, the memories, and the morning dew. The wind whispers secrets in the winter's harsh sway, carrying pieces of yesterday further away. Under the endless drift of the prairie skies, I found solace in the land where my heart lies. But every sunset still sings her name in the colors that burn, never twice the same. Yes, the old house walked away with my heart locked inside, through the fading trails and the long, lonesome ride. The stars above start to gently decay. In the quiet of the night, I hear it say, never really gone, just lost in the wind's fray.
the house, the love, my peace, all just walked away. So here I stand, where the old house once lay, a cowboy, a memory just fading away.
On the back roads where the oak trees guard the secrets, where our names were etched in bark now blurred by years, there's a whisper in the wind like mournful lyrics, spun by dust and sunset wrapped in old frontiers. An empty cabin holds the laughter we left hanging. Faded curtains dance to tunes of yesterday. Every gravel path we walk now seems so straining, since the winds of time have blown your sin away. Back road whispers calling through the twilight. My heart rides every trail we used to roam, with the loneliness of stars in the deep night. Those silent roads forever now my home. The porch still creaks under my worn out boots tread. Remnants of the rain like tears the wood is caught. This saddle here where once your scarf had laid its head now just holds the weight of dreams that time forgot. A town that once thrummed with our laughter now just echoes. Rooms filled with the ghosts of your tender fleeting touch. In the solitude of dawn my heart still reckons with the emptiness no new love can unclutch. Back road whispers calling through the twilight. My heart rides every trail we used to roam, with the loneliness of stars in the deep night. Those silent roads forever now my home. So I'll saddle up though the north wind feels much colder, ride the shadow trails where our memories lay thick. Each hoofbeat drums a beat upon my shoulder of every whispered promise we couldn't stick. Back road whispers now my soul companions, echoes of a love that's drifting like the foam beneath the vast unyielding starlit canyons. I ride the whispering roads forever home. They say in time even cowboys find their pardons, but on these back road whispers I roam alone.
Under the shade of an old oak tree, where the river bends and whispers to me, you and I, we carved our names in those worn out boots that still remain. The trail runs cold by the cabin side, where you swore to stay right by my side. But Boots stays under that endless sky in the dust where the old paths lie. And I hear your laugh in the wind's soft cries while the sunset bleeds through the prairie's eyes. Boots stays, but you rode away
leaving me with the echoes of yesterday. Now the gravel roads, they don't sing no more, just whisper secrets of what was before. Old porch swings empty like the heart in my chest, saddles gathering dust like the scarf you left. Rain taps soft on the window pane, each drop a memory, each a sting of pain. Yes, boot stays under that stormy sky in the dust where my hopes might die. And I hear your voice in the rain soft sigh while the stars hide shine in the morning sky. Boot stays, but you're not here today, just shadows in the silver of the sun's old rays. So I roam these lands, drift through this life, a ghost in the echoes in the twilight strife. But no matter how far these old roads bend, it's to your memory my heart will tend. Boot stays where our dreams lay deep, in the heart of the wild, in the promise we keep. So I'll sing to the night, let my lone soul stray, neath the haunting moon where the night birds pray. Boot stays as I walk alone in the lingering sigh of a love long gone. The song fades like twilight into the night, leaving a trail of heartache and whispered memories in the quiet air. Shadow of the oak, where whispers hang on the breeze, I first saw her wild hair glow in the sunset's tease, by the old porch step. We shared our youthful dreams under starlit skies, by the murmurs of the stream. The dust danced around our boots, the world was ours to claim. Back when the fading light first whispered out my name. Oh, the fading light called my name. Echoes of laughter lost in the wind's claim. This heart rides lonesome trails of blame underneath skies where the fading light called my name. Now the cabin stands empty where once our laughter dwelled. Gravel roads less traveled by the tales that they once spelled. Her scarf still hangs on the hook, frayed by the years. Each thread a memory, each stain a fallen tear. Rains came and washed away, but the ache remains the same. since the fading light softly spoke my name. Oh, the fading light called my name. Whispers of what was, sparks of an old flame, wandering through shadows of love's old game. In the quiet whispers where the fading light called my name. By the creek bed dry, under the vast aching skies, I reckon every sunset's just a sweet solemn goodbye. And in the hush of the wind, I feel her touch in the cold, a fleeting warmth to hold as the night grows old. Yes, the fading light called my name, a symphony of silence where once was fame. Riding alone, nothing's the same except the haunting beauty where the fading light called my name. Where the fading light ever gently called my name.
Out by the old Laughlin Ranch, where the oak tree shadows dance, I found our names carved deep in bark, now overgrown and stark. The breeze whips through the empty space where once we'd embrace. Beneath starlit skies, your laughing eyes, now just a ghost I chase. In the whisper of the leaves, in the moaning of the eaves, your voice a distant echo that my heart can't seem to leave. I hold you like a ghost held tight through the lonely prairie night. A memory fades at dawn's first light, but never leaves my sight. The cabin stands, but you're long gone, like lyrics from an old song. Gravel roads where we once roamed, now paths I walk alone. That old porch swing, it sways in vain. No laughter does it bring, just rusty chains and rain-stained dreams and pain that clings and clings. In the whisper of the leaves, in the moaning of the eaves, your voice a distant echo that my heart can't seem to leave. I hold you like a ghost held tight through the lonely prairie night. A memory fades at dawn's first light, but never leaves my sight. Could I wander neath these endless skies, find where my true heart lies? Or am I doomed to roam these trails with your ghost by my side? Each sunset burns not just the sky, but the very threads of time, as I clutch the scarf you left behind in this broken heart of mine. In the whisper of the leaves, in the moaning of the eaves, your voice a distant echo that my heart can't seem to leave. I hold you like a ghost ghost held tight through the darkest prairie night. A shadow fading with the light in a love that's lost the fight. I hold you like a ghost held tight as I whisper my goodnight.
Down where the oak trees meet the dusty bend, I recall the scarf you wore against the wind. Back road sang 'neath the weight of our old Ford, each rut in that gravel a chapter of words we'd stored. Sunset painted stories on your face, whispers of a love time won't erase. Oh, how the shadows stretch as the day gives in under the heartache sky where our love's worn thin. I ride along these trails, your memory my guide, a lone cowboy with only the stars by his side. Back roads sang my heart, did too, under that evening sky fading blue. The porch still creaks at our cabin, worn and old, every board a tale of the secrets we told. But now the fireplace ashes cold have lain, no warmth within to hold back the night's rain. What once was a haven now just empty space, haunted by the ghost of your tender grace. Oh, how the shadows stretch as the day gives in under the heartache sky where our love's worn thin. I ride along these trails, your memory my guide, a lone cowboy with only the stars by his side. Back roads sang my heart, did too, in the quiet whispers of a love once true. These boots have wandered far, yet circle back to you. Each dusty mile a verse of love that once was true. Through the rustle of the leaves I hear your voice call, a fleeting echo over the canyon's wall. So here's to the trails where our wild hearts ran, to the dreams we sowed in the soft yielding sand. Back roads sank and so did the light, leaving me with these shadows riding into the night. Back roads sang my heart forever blue, under the vast eternal sky shared with you. A slow strum of the guitar fades as the last note echoes like a whisper in the wind, leaving an imprint of a love story that, while ended, forever lingers in the air and the land. In the gray dawn, by the oak tree shade, where the cold morning sank into my bones, I traced your name once in the frozen earth, beneath where our whispered dreams had flown. Old porch creaked like it shared my heart's ache, echoing footsteps where you danced in grace. The wind soft moaned through the cabin's crack, plays an old remembrance I can't erase.
speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh and the gravel road still talk. My heart's tied to the dust where the sunsets bled and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. A turned up collar against the stinging rain. Your scarf still fragrant, lost its warmth long ago. I wander through these ghostly empty rooms where echoes paint your shadow in soft, mournful tones. The saddle sits unused, a leather crack, like the lines now deeply etched upon my face. You step away from you through time's harsh track, leaves me a wander in our lost embrace. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh and the gravel road still tall. My heart's tied to the dust where the sunsets bled and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. I've held the prairie's endless gaze, its whispering embrace. It tells me you're still out there in the wild's timeless grace. Maybe these old boots, worn and frayed, will bring me back someday to where the oak tree shadows lay and all my hopes decay. So I'll sit here with the silence where you once walked. Let the shadows keep your laughter and the gravel roads we talked. My heart's tied to the dust where our sunsets used to fade. Beneath cold morning's echo where my weary head is laid. Oh, under these endless skies I find no release, but in every whispered wind there's a piece of your peace.
In the shadow of an oak by the creek where whispers float, I found a faded scarf, blue as the summer sky. It was there beneath our tree in the wild breath of the spring, where you promise love is endless as the plain so wide. Now the empty bed sleeps alone where your laughter once filled the dawn, and the wind sings through the screen door a lonesome haunting song. Every sunset spills its gold on the porch where our story's told, but love's a trail gone cold in the night where the wild things roam. The cabin holds your echo in the creek, a weathered floor, while the gravel road lays quiet neath the moon's pale watchful eye. My saddle's worn and tired, like the heart I can't restore, since the day you took the city lights and left the starry sky. The empty bed sleeps alone where your warmth was my only home. Now the rain taps out your goodbye on dusty window bones. Every sunrise bleeds and streaks on the hills where you kiss my cheek, but love's a word too sleek for a heart turned stone.
frontier where the stars hold back their tears. I wander with the ghost of what we've lost. Yet in every drifting cloud and every cry so wild and loud, I find your smile veiled softly in the desert's frost. And the empty bed sleeps alone with the dreams where you still come home. And the wind whispers your name like it's a sacred flame. Though I roam these trails by day, by night, it's you I still betray. 'Cause in my heart you stay where the empty bed sleeps, forever the same. The shadow of the old oak tree on Lonely Hill, where the sun painted gold on your hair so still. We carved our names young and bold into the bark now weathered and old. That scarf you left, it dances still, caught on a branch in the chilly hills wild. Oh, Lonely Hill turned cold as season stole your smile. Each sunset bleeds memories across a mile. Your laughter echoes neath the starlit dome. In the whisper of the wind, I'm forever home. But home ain't warm without your hand to hold. Since Lonely Hill turned so bitterly cold. Years roll like thunder across these plains wide. The old porch creaks with stories it can't hide. I roam through ghost towns where our dreams lay spent, down gravel roads with my heart relent. The cabin sits empty, our plans undone, beneath fading trails where once we'd run. Oh, Lonely Hill turned cold as season stole your smile. Each sunset bleeds memories across a mile. Your laughter echoes neath the starlit dome. In the whisper of the wind, I'm forever home. But home ain't warm without your hand to hold. Since Lonely Hill turned so bitterly cold. If these winds could carry my weary voice back through, would they whisper my regrets gentle to you? For every step away seems a lifetime of return to the burn of that sunset where my heart still yearns. So Lonely Hill stays cold under heaven's vast embrace. I find solace in the dust, in the open empty space, forever bound to the land where shadows cast. On Lonely Hill where love lives in the past. But I'll hold on to the cold as it's all that I can hold. Since Lonely Hill turned so sacredly, sorrowfully cold.
Out beyond where the oak trees mark the line, by a dusty trail where old wooden wagon lies. Years have worn the paint, the wheels no longer turn.
where we'd watch the sunset blaze and talk of dreams to earn. The wagon cries in the wind like it knows about the sin of letting go too soon under that silent silver moon. Echoes of her laugh in the shadows that it casts. This lonely heart just rides where the wagon cries. We had a cabin built of hope on a gravel road so fine. Her scarf still on the porch sways like she's still mine. But time like dust flew fast and the rain fell hard and cold. Now the path to what was home, just a memory grown old. A wagon cries in the wind like it mourns the love we'd been, holding on to the ghost of her whispers soft and close. In the creaks of aged wood lies the tale of what stood this wandering soul abides where the wagon cries. Oh, these plains stretch wide and the nights talk back, telling tales of the scarf, the oak and the shack, and every star a story, every breeze her sigh on these endless roads where old lovers lie. Wagon cries in the wind, now it's just my weathered skin, feeling every crack and moan of a heart that's turned to stone. Yet this love won't cease, like the oak it finds its peace where the wild lands stretch wide. Under starry skies I ride where the wagon cries. Oh, the wagon cries.
In the shadow of an oak, where the prairie wind blows cold, sat a cabin, walls of whispers, stories seldom told. Beneath the porch light flickering, with every creaking sound, was there I left a scarlet scarf where my heart was bound. Her laughter in the aspen leaves, her sorrow in the ground. That lonely fire tied down. Oh, the skies recall her name in hues of flame and frown. Silhouettes of our past, like shadows dance around. Every sunset bleeds a memory, and colors she once wore. Lonely fire tied down, burns but ain't warm no more. Years have turned the trails dust over, hoof prints disappear. Gravel roads lead to nowhere, bring me back right here where the oak tree's grown older, the porch sags along. Echoes of her footsteps like whispers now are gone. The scarf's faded, threads worn, just like the love we'd sown in that place she'd once called home. Oh, the skies recall her name in hues of flame and frown.
crescent moon. So the skies keep her story in the whispers of the town. Her laughter in the wind, her tears in the rain that pounds. Every night I face the stars where our love was sworn. Lonely fire tied down by the heart forever warm. Yes, this fire's tied down, but oh, it still burns on. Out by Lonesome Hill, under that old oak tree, where the dust spins gold in the late day's glow, we carved our names, wild hearts run free. In the bark they're faded now, just like the snow. Scarves in the wind, your laughter in the air. We danced on shadows of the coming night. Your silver locket, moonlight in your hair. A memory's whisper neath the stars, soft light. Oh, Lonesome Hill cries, cries for you and me. Her tears are the rain on empty cabin floors. The wind, it moans through branches of the tree, where our love ain't sheltered anymore. The gravel roads, now overrun with thorns, lead to the porch where once your song would play. Echoes of boots on wood, now just forlorn. A symphony of what's been swept away. An empty saddle lays beside the trail where once we rode through fields of grain. Now all that's left is a lonesome night